how to connect Shopify to Google Search Console for beginners. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how you can connect your Shopify store or your Shopify property or account to Google Search Console. Now, what is the purpose of Google Search Console? Why do we use it and how do we connect it? Google Search Console allows us to measure metrics across our website, across our store. It allows us to see a lot of data, a lot of analytics that we normally would not be able to see with just Shopify's analytics. Plus, it can be a great way to boost your overall performance for your SEO, your keywords, backlinking, and much more. Now, this is a really simple process, so we're going to follow everything along step by step. Now, to get started, simply go onto your Shopify store and then go into online store on the left. One thing you do need to ensure before you can actually do this is that your website is currently live. If your website is currently not published or not live, then it is not going to be able to be added to Google Search Console. So in case you have a password protected Shopify store, just remove the password. Now, once you have ensured this, it's time to head on over back to Google Search Console. Now over here, the first step is by default, you already have another Search Console property. You can just click on Add Property on the left to add a new one. And over here, we're going to add our property in the URL prefix. The reason why we're adding this as a URL prefix is because we don't have our own domain. We're using a Shopify domain. So I'm just going to paste my Shopify domain like so. Now, if you have your own domain, which is a direct domain, you can add it in the domain section. Click on continue over here. And once you click on continue, Google will give you two ways that you can actually create or verify your ownership. You have Google Analytics. You can link your Google Analytics. You can use your Google Tag Manager. You can also use a domain name provider, and you can use a simple HTML tag. Now, there's also a HTML file that you can upload onto your website. I like to use the HTML tag because it's just the easiest way for you to get verified. It just is very seamless and is easy. You can do the HTML file method, and if you're already using Google Analytics, definitely go ahead and proceed with Google Analytics or use the Google Tag Manager. Now, for the HTML tag method, simply click on the HTML tag and then copy this tag. Once you have copied this tag, you're going to go back into your Shopify dashboard. And once you go into your Shopify dashboard, you're going to click on Online Store on the left. Once you click on Online Store, this is going to be your published theme. So click on these three dots and you can click on Duplicate to create a duplicate of the way your store is currently in your theme library. In case you mess anything up, you always have a earlier version or the current version of your store saved in your theme library, and you can revert back to that. And this is just done as a just in case measure. It's really not something you have to do. It's just something you can do. Now, after that, you're going to click on these three dots on the top right and then click on Edit Code. Now, editing code can seem really overwhelming, but this is really simple. All you have to do is go into theme.liquid on the left. You can easily just search for it as well. And this is under the layouts folder. So if you close all the folders and you open layouts, you're going to find theme.liquid. Just open this up, and on the third line, it will say head. So you're going to select this. So just place your cursor and then type in a space or just press return, and this will create an empty space. Over here, you're just going to paste in the HTML tag that you copied. So this one over here, just paste that in over here. Once you do that, just click on save. And once you've done that, you can click on exit. Now you can go back. And then once you go back, you are going to open up HTML tag, then click on verify. And once you click on verify, it will show you the verifying icon, and then your ownership will be verified. So after that, you can click on Go to Property over here to view your newly added property or your Shopify store in the Google Search Console. Now, on the left, you're going to find a overview. Below that, you also find your performance. Then you also have URL inspection. So if you're trying to inspect any of your sub pages, like your collections pages, your new arrival pages, and other sections of your store, you can type in that URL as well. After that, you have your indexing tools. So you can click on page on the left and you will see all of your indexed pages. Now, my site is just a example site, so it doesn't have a lot of data to actually display. By default, Google does tell you that please check in a day or so to be able to view the full metrics that it is able to extract. After that, you also have a site map. So you can enter your sitemap URL, which basically means the way that your site is structured. So what page leads where, what page leads where. Then you also have removals. So on the left, you have temporary removals, outdated content, and safe searching filters. So this means that any of your content that is not going to be listed, depending on how much the SEO is, if it's still not being listed at the place you think it should be, then it might have some safe search filtering happening. There might be some content that is outdated or any type of a removal of your pages. After that, you have your experience section on the left, which includes your page and core vitals web. So, in your page experience, it will actually show you what type of customer experience your customers are going through. And this is a vital section within the Google Search Console. If you're just not interested in a lot of metrics, make sure to just check this because it's going to let you know whether or not people are using your website, they're using your pages, and whether or not they're spending enough time to actually make a purchase off of your site. Then after that, you have your core web vitals. So on the left, you're going to click on that and you see the number of users for mobile as well as desktop users. Then you can open detailed reports to see who is viewing your website, who is purchasing, what is your conversion rate, how many leads are you getting, and more. After that, you also have your shopping tab listings, your security and manual actions, as well as legacy tools and web reports. You can also take a look at your links and settings for this particular property. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or queries about Google, about Shopify, or about any other tool, make sure to leave that in the comment box down below. I would love to know what you guys have to say.